Flight boss, bitch. For sure. Listen to the mind of an Terry's Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God's duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, this video is going to be about the synastry between the alignments in two individuals' sun sign. Now, what is your sun sign? It's your actions, how you view things, how you want to be perceived, or how you perceive things, and how you take action. So it's your individuality as a form, as a spaceship, as a light, as a flame. You see what I'm saying? It's an offspring of your spirit. So you done created an image of yourself in some way, shape, or form. So that has an energetic force, a modality, and it represents your soul as a system that your soul is in, but your soul give off that force, and that force is what the spaceship look like. You see what I'm saying? So we got soul force. Your soul ain't the actual force. Your soul ain't the actual energy. Your soul is just you being an individual spirit, a solo spirit, an individual space, within this esoteric realm or the universe or galaxy or however the fuck y'all want to call it, Galilea, however. So as far as two individual sun signs coming together, we're going to do the 5 main pillars, the 5 main points and things of that nature. So for the most part, that's going to be the conjunction, sextile, trine, the inconjunction, and a square. So for the most part, the inconjunction will be 150-degree angle. The trine will be a 120-degree angle. The square will be a 90-degree angle. The sextile will be a 60-degree angle. The conjunction will be when two bubbles is sharing the same place, sharing the same space and place, aka two chakras is in the same area, two solar plexuses, two sun signs is in the same space, and spaces represents the womb, and that womb is vortexing in a certain energy, so you guys feel comfortable in the same kind of perspective or being seen in the same light. Now, like I said, all of these things could be negative or positive based upon what party is participating. All of these, because I know y'all probably might hear a lot of other astrologers, and y'all might hear them say, oh, it's a square, it's an opposition, so y'all off the bat going to experience negativity. No, it's a percentage level. Always remember percentage level. That's only sometimes the case, that you may experience more of the percentage level of struggle and frustration than more prosperity. But when we talk about relationships and esoteric energy, that's different than Eastern and Vedic and trying to say that these spiritual natures is physical, aka the sun actually burns something out. No, in the esoteric realm, the sun gives enlightenment, and the sun don't actually give off heat. So it's your sun. You see what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. So once we start to talk about even experiencing too much trine and sextile with another individual could be too good to be true, to the point that there's always stipulations that come with the circumstance, so it can never be free. You know what I'm saying? So that little frustration or struggle to actually make things complete never actually be there. So just as easy as it was to come together will be as easy as it is to fail when you start to talk about too much sextiles and trines. You see what I'm saying? So always peak game, keep it equilibrium, and that'll keep us on track. So let's start off with the conjunction. And we're going to go in deeper, breaking down each individual signs. And I got plenty of videos on this, but I just got to update it because we're in a new shift right now. A lot of new individuals are just now getting into this. So it's important, so we got to care about everybody. So, once we start to talk about your sun conjuncting someone else's sun. So this could go in positive or negative, right? Now, negatively, the only reason it's playing out negative is based upon you guys' other alignments. So you guys have similar actions, but based upon other alignments or you guys' upbringing, you guys may take that similar action and point it towards different areas in life. So for the most part, you end up acting the same towards whatever your respective goal is. So therefore, you guys end up clashing and butting heads a lot more than joining forces. That's how a negative way, how the conjunction can play out. Positive way, how the conjunction can play out is if you guys are into the same things, then you guys already agree with how you guys are going to be perceived in that area. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind also. So you guys are already working together. So that's how a conjunction can make you a power couple, aka that energy more powerful itself. Whatever y'all sign is conjuncted. If both of you guys are Libras, you know what I'm saying? Once again, happy flight day to all my Libras out there. Then for the most part, you guys become a power couple when it comes to helping others how to correlate relationships or how to gain balance in your life, aka show others how you're supposed to combine bills with your partner or how you're supposed to share things with your partner and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? Where other people may lack and it develop arguments and tit for tat within their relationships. So it'll play out like that. When y'all both on the same page, both of y'all see yourselves the same way also. Now, when both of y'all on different pages, right, and y'all got a conjunction, both of y'all got the same kind of energy, just focused in a whole nother area. So when one person try to get you to get in their area in some way, shape, or form, you're not going to be able to feel comfortable because the way you communicate, or the way that you do, because I'm still thinking about Libra, the way you do things, you want to do it that same way, just whatever you want to do though. And therefore y'all can't mix and match. And slowly but surely, that might become your worst enemy when we talk about a conjunction. But like I said, this could be good or bad. So don't get lost into any of these things. It's all on you as a spirit utilizing these things, not you getting lost in these things and blaming these things for why things is happening. See what I'm saying? These are just for you to understand what's actually happening. Now, and that's the concept of not getting lost into these demiurges, these minds, these mentalities, these chakras as a spirit. Now, let's say your sun sextile the other individual sun. Now, for the most part, here's the thing, right? You guys create a lot of opportunities. Negatively is you create a bunch of bad opportunities. Every time you two individuals are together, something happens where, you guys, family members don't like you guys being together, or you guys friends always trying to come in between you guys, or there's always a circumstance, or you guys probably bring baggage, aka you guys are currently in relationships, or y'all past relationships is still hindering whatever kind of circumstance that you guys are trying to apply together. You know what I'm saying? So it's always like a fight to combine both energies, aka energy consists of a person's upbringing, circumstances, situations, people, places, and things in their life. So when y'all both bring y'all energies together, it's two separate energies, but y'all are attracted because of that sextile, aka it's what the other need, because it's truly an opposite. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's what the other need, but in closer in degree. So it seems like it's more attainable. And a lot of times, that's when you take something and your eyes be bigger than your motherfucking mouth, and your mouth be bigger than your goddamn stomach. However that saying go. Where you end up taking what you thought was good, and at the end of the day, it really wasn't that good. That's how it can play out negatively. Positively, it could play out as both of you guys energies that you bring to the table actually benefit you guys. You know what I'm saying? When you guys are in a sextile relationship, as far as you guys sun sign, one individual actions and what they bring with their actions, aka they might know people and things of that nature that can help their partner that they're in a sextile relationship with, and whatever that they're doing. That's completely different. For an example, let's say me and you in a relationship, right? You're a female, right? And let's say you sextile me. So that means you probably a Gemini or something like that, right? Now, here's the thing, right? It'll be a situation where you probably don't do nothing that I do, but you'll be able to introduce me or relate me to something that I do that'd be compatible with what I do. And then vice versa. It'll be something that you can do that I can relate you to in some way, shape, or form. And that'll be the positive way of opportunity in some way, shape, or form. Where it ain't something that I might necessarily do, but it's something that I'm probably attached to via person, place, or thing that I could put you on to, and it'd be more beneficial for what you into and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's say the trine. Trine, this is like a gift energy right here. So both of you guys, sun sign, trine each other. Both of you guys have the gift of understanding each other's actions and viewpoints. May not necessarily agree, but have the sense of understanding there. You see what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. So this could go negatively. Negatively is it could play out as prejudging each other, where one person start to think that they automatically know what another person is getting ready to understand and things of that nature, or getting ready to do. And for the most part, you just understand their temperament, but you don't understand the modality because you are a different modality. If one individual cardinal and the other individual mutable, or if one individual fixed and the other individual cardinal or mutable, then for the most part, you're going to understand their temperament. Like you're going to understand what they're doing, but you're not going to totally understand the why. And you might start to prejudge the why from your modality perspective. And then that's where y'all can clash. You know what I'm saying? Where cardinal clash with fixed. And fixed could become stubborn or consistent, and cardinal can become initiative or too bossy, and mutable can become relatable or too changeable and switching up. So for the most part, as the cardinal will be looking at the mutable like, oh, I know they getting ready to try to initiate something new, or they trying to be bossy because I see those actions. And yeah, you might be relatable to those actions, but the other modality might be doing those similar actions for very different reasons. See what I'm saying? The reason the Sagittarius may be a little aggressive and potty mouth may be totally different than Aries. And Aries may be potty mouth for the sake of just not caring and wanting to be an individual. The Sagittarius might be a potty mouth because they're trying to get a point across, or they're trying to preach or teach about something, and they're around a whole bunch of other individuals who may not understand. So potty mouths might be in two different situations when it comes to the Aries and Sag. You see what I'm saying? And even Leo. So when you're in the trine, that's how it could play out negatively. Positively, this could play out as both of you guys understanding each other and being able to turn the other cheek from each other's bad habits. So each other bad habits may not be so frustrating as to other signs. You are able to get over each other's negative sides and PM times of you guys' energy than per se other signs that you may be around. And that's the positive attribute of the trine, where it could be a relationship that could be still that friend energy in there. You know what I'm saying? Where that energy would spark the relationship never really left. You know what I'm saying? Now also, now let's say the square. Now if you guys square each other, this puts you in a situation where right, one individual is learning from the other. You guys are learning from each other because the square is a learning process. Now, negatively is you guys are learning from the baggage that you guys have brought. And here's the thing, right? A lot of times the other individual may not even necessarily bring baggage. It might just be something that the other person is lost in based upon what they was just into and things of that nature. So they want to go into a new situation, but their ability to be in a new circumstance or an unfamiliar situation may develop certain situations where a person may blame that this situation is like a previous situation, or where a person is really just playing out characteristics of being unfamiliar at the moment, or being scared or nervous at the moment and needing a form of shelter, mentally, emotionally, or physically, if you know what I'm trying to say. You ever been around somebody, right, and the way that they act is so new, it makes you uncomfortable after a while. So you have to retreat a little bit. But that little form and experiencing a retreat is really just you going back to a familiar thought, feeling, or action. And since this person's action don't represent familiarity, you may give it titles and different names. And depending on how lost you is, you may even think this individual toxic. But that's another story, because some certain individuals are toxic. But that's a different thing. But like I said, another video. But when it comes into the square, you guys are learning from each other, learning from each other's actions, learning from each other's viewpoints and things of that nature when it comes into the sun sign. And as a square, you guys may act on situations totally different. And on a negative end, this could be frustrating. Like, I just can't understand this person's actions. On a positive end, this could be a learning process, aka an exciting relationship. This is one of the most exciting relationships because you guys are learning to get into a new space, but without that uncomfortability energy, aka the square. If this planned out positive, based upon two spirits or positive spirits first, then they utilizing their chakras, and we all go through ups and downs, negative and positive. So I don't want y'all to get lost in, oh, this person ain't always this way. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, with the square relationships, we are in this life to learn. So anything that's dealing with 90 degrees and shit like that could be the most best thing in the world, the most prosperous, or the most negative thing. But we just talked about the negative. Positively is like this. You could be presented to put yourself into a new space, but that square individual actually make you feel comfortable to go into a new space. So you go into a new space, a new area, or a place of the unknown to experience new experiences without that being nervous and that unfamiliar energy there, because you want someone there to make you feel safe, or you want someone there to make you feel esoterically comfortable, because they're already in that space, playing out characteristics of being comfortable in that zone. You see what I'm saying? Because they already there. They already in that energy, very different than your energy. You know what I'm saying? So y'all are learning from each other and exciting each other and things of that nature when it comes into the square, if it's playing out positively. And then the opposition, right? Now, the opposition plays out as both of you guys on 180 degree angles, complete opposites in some way, shape, or form. Now, negatively, this could become very like one of those things where at the beginning it looked as sweet and then it all fell down. You know what I'm saying? And so on a negative end, this could be two individuals who came together based upon insecurities that they have on their own. And they're jumping into this relationship based upon what they didn't get from the previous relationship or their circumstance or situation. You know what I'm saying? So that be really the main reason that they jump into a relationship, other than fully committing or relating to the individual before jumping into the relationship. It almost be like I gotta settle for this now because this is my only way out of the previous type of circumstance, or for me to stop feeling this way, or for me to not be single no more. You know what I'm saying? So opposition relationships kind of play out like that sometimes, where it start off as good, but the reason y'all got into a relationship really was on a negative basis. So that's going to start to build up and play out slowly but shortly, to the point that y'all start to realize that, and then it really starts sliding out in y'all arguments slowly but shortly, where a person might start being like, well, I'm only with you because of this, well, and then the other person like, well, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't. And then that's when you know, dude, those are really like cover-ups for the root cause that y'all really initially got into the relationship for all the wrong reasons. But it just felt like the right thing to do at that time. So that's negatively. Positively is you guys create balance in each other's life. So when y'all was on your own before y'all met each other, you know what I'm saying? You guys dealt with a whole bunch of unbalanced scenarios, whether it was dealing with family, life, living conditions and circumstances and things of that nature. And then when you find another person and you feel complete, you feel like this person balanced you, 9 times out of 10, this person's sun sign. And we're going to get into the moon and ascendants and shit like that, but we're just talking about the sun right now. This person probably got if y'all positive spirits, this person is playing out characteristics of this person can balance you. Pardon me. This person can balance you out in some magnitude. So keep that in mind also. Now, getting into the moon. I mean, not the moon. But yeah, opposite the sun. So this person makes you feel balanced and you guys complete each other. Even if y'all doing totally different things. And even if y'all into the same things. Let's see. And even if y'all into the same, make that little Libra, motherfucker bird. The equilibrium sign. But like I said, motherfucker, what the fuck? But yeah, when we start to talk about this energy, for the most part, as far as opposition, both of you guys could bring, if you guys are into the same thing, then for the most part, you guys are into the same thing, but do it very different ways. You know what I'm saying? Where the conjunction are into the same thing, but it may clash if y'all not on the same page about doing the same thing. The opposite signs is vice versa. You guys, if you guys are into the same thing, you could be into the same thing, but go about it in very different ways. And then that means you guys could help each other see the full spectrum of what both of you guys are into, and help both of you guys see more awareness of it. And then the inconjunction. This is going to play out as you guys misunderstanding each other. So you guys may misunderstand each other in some way, shape, or form. Right? Now this could go negative. Negative is whatever got y'all together in the first place, it just can never get back to that place. Right? It's always a misunderstanding. Y'all may have got in a relationship based upon a misunderstanding. You thought one individual may have thought the person liked them because of this, and then the other individual may have thought the other individual liked them because of this. So one person might be using them for the bills, but blinding it into sex. Other person might be using them for just not wanting to be lonely, but blinding it with some other type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And then it play out in a bunch of internal tit for tat clashes that you guys have with each other because you guys truly don't even understand each other. So these arguments start to play out like that because it's like really a cover up to you guys really trying to communicate why you guys even together, but y'all together at the time having these communications. So that's how those arguments kind of play out. Trying to understand why the fuck you even with this motherfucker at the moment. So it come real snarky, you know what I'm saying, to the point that a motherfucker will argue how a motherfucker season they goddamn food. Where y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy shit. But it goes deep in this shit. But yeah, this is the motherfucking sun sign. We're gonna drop the moon sign in this motherfucker. And ascend it before we go live tonight in this motherfucker. Flight bounce.